My name is Enya. My artist name is NyaLi, and the reason why I took that as an artist name is because I was lazy to think of something original, and so I married my first and my last name together, and I kicked off the first letter and last letter. I try to translate my music making into income. For the most part, I would say my three sources of, revenue? Yeah, would be performing live, whether it's events, functions, or bar gigs around Singapore. Teaching. I teach at one institution now, and I also have a bunch of private students that come to this space. And also I do session work with clients that find me organically by Googling, or they're old contacts from when I was living overseas, or people referred me to them. Yeah, so I think I'm quite lucky that I get this variety, because I honestly think I get bored also if I do too much of the same thing, which is never the case. COVID was really boring, of course, because there were no gigs, it was kind of not allowed. But things have really picked up. So yeah. Never felt too sure about love. Now I am not so. But I knew better. I started performing with a group at quite a young age. I'm a choir girl, a primary school choir girl. Before that, I did music already because, you know, Asian parenting style mandates that the kids at some point have to be forced to learn piano, classical piano. I don't know if you experience the same thing. And then I remember telling my mom I don't want to play piano anymore when I was 6 or 7, and I had a private piano coach. And she said, "You will thank me one day." Those are her exact words. And I do, but I still don't favor playing the piano publicly, like performing for people. Like my instrument of choice is always going to be voice. Basically, I don't know if I studied in uni. It says on my paper, like my white paper, that I graduated from a certain program in arts and social sciences. But I don't know if I did study very much at all. I don't know how that happened. I got exposed to more contemporary rock, and then I also joined NUS Jazz Band. So I was an NUS kid, NUS FASS girl. So I was doing jazz, I was doing rock, and then there was a singer-songwriter group also at Hall called Inspire. It was at this point of time, I guess, I started really exploring a bunch of styles. Like contemporary pop sound is radically different from choral sound, I would say. And in my own experience as a singer over the years, that the best thing to do is to go to a bunch of people and enjoy the buffet of what they have to offer. Take it if it works for you, put it in your toolkit, and if it doesn't, just discard. It's fine, because everybody's instrument is going to be as different as each of our bodies are.
That part was so nice to take a break like that.
The line nice. Okay, I will just ask you for your opinion. Yes, because I like it. No, we are both. I don't know why I'm speaking this way. It makes you glad to be alive. It's not absurd to say that spring will be survive. The winter's coming for snow. The rain gives you hope to know the spring will get that day, the day is coming. The world is hungry. Think about how good it will be. Maybe winter come for me. You may think winter time come for me. You may think winter time, but spring is my joy.
I do subscribe to the belief that it's better to just try something and fail, and if not fail, then see how far you can go. I was working a contract job teaching at a school, and I was also quite sad at the front part, and then I started to find my feet again. I started to do regular gigs in addition to having the day job teaching. It was not a bad year, and I was starting to get back to myself and starting to get more confident with doing, music for freelance full-time. So in 2020, what did I do? I said, no, I'm not going to renew my day job contract with the school. I will do music freelance full-time. And of course, in February, this mystery virus from Wuhan apparently was reported in the news. We got notified island-wide that we would be going into lockdown in early April. And so that happened the next week. And live music was banned and live entertainment was banned. And so I was just like, okay, I just decided to go freelance full-time. Great. Okay, then 你加你的横膈膜，但是你不要 don't curl up. I don't know what curling up to curl up is in Chinese, but don't curl up. I feel you keep curling up. Do this. Yeah, that's what I want. Okay, keep that. Okay, if you need to keep moving, do it. Okay? So go. Ready? Here we go. 2020 and 2021, my band Roseville was born. It's a COVID-born band. Because we were bored, we were sad, and we wanted to make music anyway. Z, my bandmate, myself, and 3 other friends, we started what we call Roseville Deluxe. And we would play live streams. We got noticed and we got sponsors, supported by Chris Chua. Founded and supported, I guess, when we realized that we were gaining traction and that people wanted to see us or hear us and interact with us because everybody was stuck at home. And music has a way of uplifting even when it's not in person. Z and myself were so fortunate to get hired by a company at the same time as the act Roseville duo. Live music restarted on 29th of March last year. I remember this because the media was all out, it was a field day, and it also happened to be the first day that I was playing piano publicly. I'm a closet piano player. So it was quite traumatizing for me, but also very exciting. And very nice that it so happened the day live music reopened was the day that we started our regular at Timber. The newspaper peoples came out, the radio peoples came out. I didn't even know the extent of how much coverage there would be until the next day. My aunts were like, hey, who's smiling at you creepily in the newspaper? It was my bandmate lah.
So keep the requests coming, you guys. Welcome to Timber X SEA. Wow, I was almost going to say we're here every Tuesday, but it's actually our final Tuesday of a wonderful run.
I'm also pretty sure we opened, the first time we played here, we opened with American Boy as well.
Did we really?
American Boy, and then we went to put records
very
on.
important song for Roseville. We are Roseville Trio, and if you like what you're hearing, feel free to give us a follow.
We'll do more shout-outs after this song.
Yeah.
Enya's gonna kill this one.
This is for the ones who stood their ground, yeah. For Tommy and Gina, we never back down, no. Tomorrow's getting harder, make no mistake. Life ain't even lucky when you make your own breaks. It's my life, now or never. 'Cause I ain't gonna live forever. I just wanna live while I'm alive. Yeah, it's my life.
The longer I'm on the planet and the longer the opportunity I've had to teach, the more singers that I get to work with, the more I realize how little I know. There's really no shortcut. You need to clock in the mileage. Yeah, if you don't practice, somebody with less talent or less ability will overtake you if they work harder, I think.
But they were wrong. Their own stories.
I feel very lucky that I get to sing and I can depend on it for a living. As long as I get to sing, I feel that everything makes a bit more sense. And I understand my place in the world and I feel more connected to people and to myself. And that's what I love about my job, I guess. Robin Williams, you know Robin Williams, right? He said we're only given that one little spark of madness and we mustn't lose it. And I feel like it is our responsibility as artists to deliver that spark to people who don't feel alive. Because if you have crazy, right, then you can possibly have crazy fun. If you don't embrace the crazy, how you know whether you can have crazy fun? We gotta hold on to that spark of crazy.